Hi, my name is Terumi. I am the founder of Japan Language Factory. I have taught more than 5,000 students from all over the world, from Amazon employee, Google employee. I have taught Netflix actors, the business owners. Everybody want to speak Japanese naturally because Japanese culture is very unique. You don't want to be rude in Japanese culture. You don't want to speak like a robot. How are you? Genki desu ka? I'm fine. Genki desu. You don't want to speak like an elementary school student. After so many years of study with the textbook and then Duolingo, like language apps, people are so struggling to really learn Japanese naturally. So here we have more than 5 student result. People are happy making progress in just 2 months. But this is actually really based on this muscle memory training. Muscle memory is focused on this listening and pronunciation and the communication skill, which is how much you can express yourself and how much you can understand the person who you are talking to, and you can really respond naturally. This is communication training. But you really need to separate when you're actually learning Japanese, basically with the book, focus on writing, reading, which is spelling exercise, versus actual, you can really pronounce it naturally and you can really understand the conversation by listening skills. You really need to separate which skill you want to improve. What's your textbook, reading, writing skill, or you really can pronounce it and you can really communicate with a native Japanese. It's going to be totally different skill. So you can experience today's lesson, just 15 minutes. You can pronounce it after the video. The conversation flow is always starting from how to express yourself, how much can you express in Japanese, to how much you can ask anything to people, and a listening skill and answering skill. So here we started last week. Last time is what are you going and what are you doing? So this is actually the question. So how do you say, hey, like on the phone call, even you made a new friends, what are you doing now? So how are you gonna ask? And let's say you're meeting like even neighbors. Neighbor conversation is gonna be great exercises. And here I ask in the group session, 今から仕事ですか? To the morning time in the States, I ask, 今から仕事ですか? 今から仕事ですか? Are you gonna work from now? Which means, are you gonna start working soon? So this is actually ask in the morning. And then, if you work in 1 hour, you can answer 1時間後から仕事です。1時間後から仕事です。I'm gonna work in 1 hour. And then this actually go is also, this actually kanji is, if you don't care about kanji, no worries. But it just to let you know, is this actually kanji is like a later or in 1 hour, like after, like this meaning in behind. And also you can say, I'm gonna call you later. Same kanji, but totally different pronunciation. This time is go, but this is ato. 後で電話しますね. I'm gonna call you later. What I want to say is learning how to speak or learning kanji, you cannot do at the same time. No Japanese children gonna start learning kanji. Like as a native, we learn how to speak first, and later when we learn kanji when they're 10 years old, wow, 後で and then it's ga 1時間後 this go. Is it the same kanji? Wow, this is amazing. So which is we already know how to speak. And then we just like a puzzle, like how we say it, the spelling is like this. Wow, this same kanji. But a lot of foreigner actually started writing and reading first, and then they even know how to write down, but they don't know the meaning of what they are writing. It doesn't make sense. So that's why if you cannot speak Japanese, and please focus on how to speak, and later you can actually focus on the reading, writing. Okay, so then the same way, 1時間後 is 1 hour, 1 hour later, in 1 hour. So then also you can say パーティーの後で会いましょう。後で is like after. Also you can say let's meet up after the party. パーティーの後で会いましょう。パーティーの後で会いましょう。Or you can actually ask 今から仕事ですか？今から仕事ですか？And then you can also answer 家で働いているので結構自由です。Maybe in 2024, a lot of people working remotely, which is me also remote work. You can say I'm working at the house and I'm pretty actually free. Like I'm very flexible. So 家で働いているので結構自由です。Amazing. So when the sentences are so long and you're not sure how to really pronounce it naturally, don't try to actually really read everything. Like 家で働いているので結構自由です。That's like a native Japanese. But maybe you probably cannot pronounce like this. 家で働いているので結構自由です。Wow, this is so fast. Zero level like you, basic level to how you can really speak like 家で働いているので結構自由です。Wow, this is so fast. As a beginner, you need to start step by step. So what is the first step? You actually say 家で at home. 家で at home. So basically when the people cannot speak naturally, they don't know where to pause. Like, is it like 家で働いているので結構自由です。It's like I have been working at home like this. Like I have been working at home. I have been working at home, but you just separate it, you just pose it weirdly. Like I have been working. You cannot actually say the sentences like this. So when you're actually speaking Japanese, maybe you probably don't know where to pause and 家で働いている. So like the native people like, what? What did you say? It's just you actually really say the sentences with the wrong pronunciation, with the wrong posing, and then you ending up like, what are you saying? So that's why you need to break down step by step to practice your pronunciation tonality, and you need to understand where you can pause. So I'm going to actually tell you slowly where you can pause in this sentence. 家で働いているので働いているので働いているので結構自由です。結構自由です。So if you want to pause because the sentences are really long, then now you can say 家で働いているので結構自由です。That's perfect. And if you practice, keep practicing like 家で働いているので働いているので働いているので結構自由です。結構自由です。If you practice like this way, because how you pose it, how you pronounce it, everything is correct. And then the next level is 家で働いているので結構自由です。家で働いているので結構自由です。You actually literally can speak the sentences naturally. That's exactly how I practice my English. I really couldn't know how to pose it. Like I have been working at home. That's why I'm pretty free. Right now I can say, but it's when I'm learning the English for the first time, like I have been working, like it's really difficult to understand how to even pronounce it quickly and then pause it too. So that's why this certain practice will give you amazing result. But if you're not practicing with the audio file and then actually really your attention is really pronouncing correctly, then you're gonna see the result. But if not, you're gonna see totally wrong result that it's you don't know how to even pause it and your pronunciation is wrong. And ending up people say, huh? What did you say? Yeah. Some people actually studying 10 years, still they have a reaction like this. And I'm not sure what you're saying. So that's why just practice precisely. So you can see the result effortlessly. Right, so let's go for the next one is if you say, 今から仕事ですか? Are you gonna work today? From now? And then, 今日休みです. I have a day off today. 今日休みです. Well, 今日仕事ないんです. Today I don't work. Or I'm gonna work at 11 o'clock. From 11 o'clock. 11時からです. 11時からです. Okay, so this is 11時からです to 11時ですから is different. 11時ですから is because it's 11 o'clock. But if you say 11時から is from 11 o'clock. It's the same, similar pronunciation like just a kara. But here, ですから is because. Kara is from. It's different. So, are you going to work today? Yes, I'm going to work from 11 o'clock. It's 11時から. Yes. So then, whoa, what's happened? Like you don't work today? Then you say like, 今日風邪気味です. Today I caught cold. I'm a bit sick. 体調悪いです. 体調悪いです. And then, by the way, what are you gonna do today? So then, 今日何するんですか? 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 So you can actually make a friend by asking, what are you gonna do? Or like we can make a plan. 週末何するんですか? 週末何するんですか? What are you gonna do on this weekend? Also, it's really useful. Right. And then if you want to invite your friend to play golf together, then ゴルフします. ゴルフします. Right. And what like what is your hobby? Then ゴルフすることです. ゴルフします to することです is different. ゴルフします is I will play golf, but it's ゴルフすることです is actually what is your hobby and playing golf. So this is like a one activity, playing golf. Or when are you gonna play is I will play golf. It's different sentence. So ゴルフします versus ゴルフすることです is the different sentences. Do you understand? Playing golf or I will play golf. Or I have been playing golf is ゴルフしています. ゴルフしています. Two, I played golf. What did you do yesterday? And then, ゴルフしました. I played. I did golf. ゴルフしました. This is very basic, but it's a lot of actually foreigner misunderstanding. Once you learn the sentence pattern, します、しています、しました, you can use it forever. You don't want to actually take that so long to just not understanding will do versus I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. So the next one is again, クラスの後で寝ます. I'm gonna sleep after the class. So what are you gonna do today? And I'm gonna just sleep. So クラスの後で after this class 寝ます. This is one of our students was saying. Or I'm gonna cook today. So 料理します. 料理します. So you remember? So します is a future tense. So I'm gonna cook. And what kind of cooking? Like what are you gonna cook? So どんな料理しますか? どんな料理? どんな is always what kind of. Once you learn どんな, you can say like, what kind of music do you like? What kind of sport do you play? There's so many ways you can make the sentences. That's usually in my learning structure, Japan Language Factory, we actually say you just need one sentence per day to really practice precise pronunciation, listening, and a sentence structure. Because once you learn どんな料理しますか? You can also say, like, what kind of music do you like? What kind of anime do you like? What kind of actually sport do you play? But it's a problem if you don't know any sentence structure, you cannot say anything, even what kind of sports do you like, right? So that's the problem. And some people using Duolingo for decades and still they don't know how to say what kind of music are you listening, right? So this is, you don't want to waste your time too much. So どんな料理しますか? Right. And then, yeah, just the ordinary cuisine, then like just boring cuisine, then it's いつも通りの料理です. いつも通りの料理です.
いつも通り is ordinary to as usual, like usual things, or like just simple plain things, like 質素な料理です。This is one of my students was saying. And then, how you gonna react from this conversation? そうですか?そうですか is I see. I see. And 頑張りましょう. Let's do our best. Or 頑張ってください. Good luck. But then, what is the difference is 頑張ってください to 頑張れ. 頑張れ is super informal. Okay, super informal. So not super formal, which is very informal. It's 頑張れ. The one sentence per day, 365 days is 300 sentences. Gonna be a 3,000 sentences structure. So that's why one sentence per day, listening, speaking, answering, and expressing skills, which is our Japan Language Factory 4 conversation skill. Let's focus. And 10 minutes per day, let's practice to really pronounce and try to express yourself. All right, so well done, everybody, and see you next week.